The onboard computer installed in your cabin is equipped with the application that manages all activities related to your Devocean buoys. Let's walk through the steps for optimal use. Open your onboard computer and select the user account Devocean. Press the Enter key on your keyboard. Once on the desktop, if the application doesn't open after 5 seconds, simply double-click on the Devocean Client app icon on the desktop. Once the application is open, a page with a map will appear. Please note that this map is for buoy visualization and not for navigation. Let's look at the application's components. In the top right-hand corner, 2 icons represent the connection status of the app. The left icon turns green when you're connected to a buoy, which happens when the buoy is being submerged and being recovered. The icon on the right informs you of the connection status of your onboard computer to your deck unit. If the icon is green, as shown here, they are connected. If it's red, they are not connected. When you click on the menu in the top left-hand corner, you'll be presented with different options. The Buoys subtab gives you quick access to the detailed information of your buoys. If you need to change the visual ID of your buoy, you can click on the Modify button. To do this, click on the buoy here, edit it here, and enter a new visual ID. Here, I'll rename it to A3RND4 and press Confirm. After a few moments, we'll see that the buoy has been renamed. During remote technical support with our team, some of the information contained in these sections could potentially be requested, such as the unique identifier and the Bluetooth address. To return to your buoy list, simply click on the arrow here, and it'll take you back to the list. The Debug subtab will not be especially useful in everyday use. You may be asked to use it by our team in the event of remote technical support, but we advise against modifying anything in the Debug section. The Settings tab gives you information on the version of your application. It also gives you information on your account and your roles and privileges. Your application is updated automatically. When an update is complete, you'll get a notification to let you know. This notification will appear in the bottom right-hand corner of Windows. In the event of an update notification, simply close the application when you are ready and wait for about a minute while it updates automatically. In the Settings subtab, several customization options are available, including display language, transducer types, and other presets. It is not advisable to change these settings unless otherwise advised by the Devocean team. The settings will be set up properly during the installation of the system. The fishing mode lets you set whether you're using single traps or trawls. Note that the steps to submerge and recover the buoys remain the same in both cases. The Timer Release In drop-down list lets you select the default timer used when you submerge a buoy. You can also customize this timer for each submersion via the steps shown later in this video. The other settings are reserved for technical use by our team. If, from the menu, you want to return to the map, simply select the Map subtab. When you're on the map page, you can use the plus or minus buttons in the top right-hand corner to zoom in or out on the map. You can also use the target icon below the other icons to recenter the map onto your boat's position. When this target icon is activated, it is blue, and if the boat moves, it will keep the map centered on the GPS position. To deselect it and disable this, simply click it again. At the bottom of the page, you'll find 3 buttons: New Submersion, New Trigger, and New Recovery. These 3 buttons will be available no matter which page you are on. Let's see what these different buttons are for and how to use them. If you want to submerge a buoy, click on the New Submersion button, and a new window will open for you to give information as well as allow you to customize the safety timer of each buoy. When you click the buoy box, a drop-down list of buoys will appear. If you wish, you can use the keyboard to help you find the specific buoy via auto-completion. Select the buoy you wish to submerge, and your application will attempt to connect to your buoy via Bluetooth. If the connection doesn't work, please confirm that your buoy is close to the deck unit. If this still does not work, and the deck unit is on, place the buoy directly on the deck unit to increase the chances of connection. Once the connection is successful, you'll see your buoy's battery level to the right of this box. Select a timer that will automatically trigger the buoy's release once the time selected in the box's drop-down list has elapsed. Here would be a release in 3 hours, so we'll see that my buoy will pop up automatically at 5:24 or so. The exact timing depends on when I press the confirm button. If you prefer your buoys to be recovered via an acoustic signal, which is what the Devocean team recommends, simply make sure you select a few hours greater than the time at which you expect to return to the buoys. For example, if I think I'll be coming back to recover my buoy in 2 hours, I can set the safety timer in 3 hours to ensure that my buoy will release in the event of equipment failure of the acoustic signaling. When ready, press on the confirm button and a new dialog appears. Leave this dialog open until you are ready to submerge the buoy. Once the buoy is submerged, press on the save button. Please note that it is essential to save the submersion, otherwise it will be very difficult to recover the buoy. A new dialog appears to confirm that the submersion has been saved. You can now exit the dialog using the exit button. A GPS pin representing the submersion is automatically added to the map. These pins allow you to keep track of your submerged buoys. At any time, you can click on one of these pins to view when it was submerged. The exact GPS coordinates of the submersion, the safety timer, and how far away you are from the buoy are also available in this dialog. To exit this dialog, you can simply click outside of it to return to the map. To submerge another buoy, simply repeat the previous steps, starting with the new submersion button. Once you are ready to retrieve or recover your buoy, zoom in on the map using the target icon. If the buoy's timer has already elapsed, navigate to the GPS coordinates of the submersion and spot the floating buoy. In most cases, however, the timer will not yet have elapsed, and you will wish to recover your buoy by sending an acoustic signal. To do so, follow the steps. If you have a directional transducer, the map will indicate a yellow cone. If an omnidirectional transducer, there will be a yellow circle instead of a cone. In both cases, the yellow area indicates the acoustic signal range. Once the buoy you wish to recover is within this yellow area, the first option is to click on the GPS pin and press the trigger button. This will send the acoustic signal to your buoy. Once sent, you can then exit this dialog by clicking outside of it. Your second option is to use the new trigger button instead of clicking on the GPS pin, and the new trigger button is available at the bottom of the page. Once in the dialog, you can select your target buoy from the list and press trigger to send the acoustic signal. Clicking exit will return you to the map. Once the buoy has surfaced and you have brought it back on board and close to the deck unit, press the new recovery button. Select the buoy from the drop-down list. Once connected, you will see the battery level, and if it gets too low, you must recharge it before submerging it again. Once recovered, click on the confirm button and a dialog confirming the recovery of your buoy will appear. On exiting via the exit button, you will notice that the GPS pin has been automatically removed from the map. You can now repeat the submersion, trigger, or recovery processes as you fish with your Devocean buoys as needed.